that both by popular demand and also because I just had such a great time making the first film. But I kind of wanted to revisit the past. But just say one thing, because I want to hear it one more time before you leave. I want you to say, welcome to Jurassic Park. I want to hear that once. And it's my own pleasure. It's an adult. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I just want to hear that. It was really a story that compelled me to make this movie. If I really hadn't found a story I was interested in, this film would have just been a nice memory, the first one. So it was really, sitting down with Michael Crichton, and Michael wrote, the story in his book, and then David Kent came in and did a wonderful screenplay, and it's a good adventure. It's a lot of fun. When Michael told me that he was going to write a book, and he was thinking about calling it The Lost World, I immediately was thrilled because I'm a big fan of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's book, The Lost World. And even though these two subjects bear no resemblance to each other, the idea of being inside a prehistoric world that exists somewhere in this world today, and not behind electrified fences, not a theme park or a ride, but actually a jungle of dinosaurs in the wild, living without the intervention of man, that really compelled me. And I thought, wow, what a great story. Right, so you say shoot him, and he says, look, they're protecting their baby, and you're saying, so am I. Absolutely.
I think Stephen was the first person I met in the movie business. It was in 1970, and Universal had bought the Andromeda Strain, but they hadn't begun production. And one day I just drove up to Universal and met the production person who was supervising the project, and she said, would you like to see the studio? I'd never seen a movie studio. I had no real idea. And I said, yes. And she said, well, we have this really talented young man that we think is very wonderful named Steven Spielberg. And they had him come. He took me around the studio and showed me what it was. And he was about to do a Night Gallery episode with Joan Crawford.
Thank God for Side B.
Side B. All the characters in The Lost World are based loosely on real people. Hammond, I suppose, has that quality that the people who are trying to attract venture capital have in the novel anyway, which is a certain unscrupulousness.
And by now we have a complete ecological system on the island with dozens of species living in their own social groups without fences.
I really wanted to do the dark side of Walt Disney.
Don't worry, I'm not making the same mistakes again.
No, you're making all new ones.
The Lost World, he is the same man, but he's somewhat chastened. He's somewhat tempered by what has happened before. But the old temptations and the old adrenaline comes up again, and he takes risks again. Public opinion is the one thing that I can use to preserve it, but in order to rally that kind of support, I need a complete photo record of those animals alive and in their natural habitat.
He says he's going to send some people on land, a few people, which I say is a horrible idea to sort of document them. I say people can't mix with dinosaurs. It's going to be bad for the people. Bad for the people. So he says, well, it's too late because your girlfriend, Julianne Moore, Sarah Harding, the paleontologist, is already there. She didn't tell me. She knew I would have stopped her. Anyway, she went down there, and she's there by herself. And that's why I go down there, to get her out of there.
He's a paleontologist who's been sent down to the island to study the animals' behavior. So she's part of a team of 4, and she's just there to study the nurturing habits.
Characters with strong objectives thrown into a very serious situation. And people aren't being polite. They're trying to get their objective across and also try to survive. And so, it's very high stakes here on this island.
We're stuck here, ladies and gentlemen, and stuck together, thanks to you people.
And we came here to watch. You came to strip mine the place. Back off.
At least we came prepared.
When we put together, one group of harvesters, we call them the hunters, and another group of dinosaur advocates. It's more than just running from dinosaurs. There's a lot of pretty good emotional human drama in this one.
Rex just fed, so he won't stalk us for food.
We've tracked and shot everything that is possible to track, except for the major prize.
These pictures were taken in hospital in Costa Rica 48 hours ago, after a British family on a yacht cruise stumbled upon Site B. The little girl will be fine. Her parents, however, are wealthy, angry, and litigious. That's hardly new to us. Wrongful death settlements, partial list. Family of Donald Gennaro, $36.5 million. Family of John Arnold, $23 million. Family of Robert Muldoon, $12.6 million. Damaged or destroyed equipment, $17.3 million. Demolition, deconstruction, and disposal of island nuclear facilities, organic and inorganic, $126 million. The list goes on. Research fund, media payoff. Ooh, silence is expensive. Well, this madness must stop. Now. This corporation has been bleeding from the throat for 4 years. You have sat patiently and listened to ecology lectures while John Hammond signed your checks and spent your money. You have watched your stock drop from 78 1/4 to 19 flat with no good end in sight. And all along we have held significant product assets that we have attempted to hide at great expense when we could have safely harvested those assets and displayed them for profit. Enormous profit. Enough income to wipe out 4 years of lawsuits, damage control, and unpleasant infighting, and the one thing, the only thing standing between us and this windfall, is a born-again naturalist who happens to be our own CEO. Believe me, I don't enjoy having to say these things about my own uncle. But I don't work for Mother Nature. I work for you. Whereas the Chief Executive Officer has engaged in wasteful and negligent business practices to further his own personal and environmental beliefs, whereas these...
Audrey. How did you know? That cheap aftershave I send you every Christmas, you actually wear it. Yes. Sit down, sit down. What on earth brings you to Montana?
You. I got a call from a gentleman who's going to Costa Rica or thereabouts. But if it's to be believed, it's a most unique expedition and very well funded.
Well, I'm a very well-funded old son of a bitch. You go.
But alone? But we always had such great success together, you and I.
Just a little bit too much, I think.
How do you mean?
True hunter doesn't mind if the animal wins. But there were not enough escapes from you and me, RJ. We were a firing squad, don't you think?
I have good reason to believe that you will find this challenging.
But it's probably illegal. These days, it's the worst crime to shoot a tiger than to shoot your own parents. Tigers have advocates. Excuse me a minute. Jeez. Oh, man. No, it's the principal. General Custer. Well, you, sir, are no gentleman. It's supposed to be an insult? I can think of something greater. So what do I have to do to pick a fight with you? Bring your mother into it? Oh. Are you kidding? My mother's shirt. You think you were one hand tied down? Oh, that's something. Yeah. Oh. All right, Mike. Put him down. One foot, Fred. Let's get out of here, Mikey. I meant Mike. Oh, come on, get him, Mike. Come on.
I'm sorry, Archie. You were saying?
You broke that man's jaw for no other reason than your own boredom. Candid truth, man. Are you not even interested in this expedition's quarry?
RJ, go up to my ranch, take a look around the trophy room, and tell me what kind of quarry you think could possibly be of any interest to me. To Jurassic Park.
We've made living biological attractions so astounding that they'll capture the imagination of the entire planet.
The most phenomenal discovery of our time.
How'd you do this?
Becomes the greatest adventure of all time.
Can I touch it?
Sure. Universal Pictures presents.
You feel that?
Hold on to your butts.
A Steven Spielberg film.
Senses a feeling all over the park.
Yeah, that's nice. Gotta go. An adventure. Look out! No!
I can't get Jurassic Park back online.
65 million years in the making. Jurassic Park.